Okay, so again, good day everyone. So today we're going to discuss about the performance management and feedback. So it is important to understand that public organizations achieve their mandates not only through policies and structure, but through the performance of people. Uh, Performance management provides a systematic way to align individual and team efforts with organizational goals, service standards, and public accountability. Feedback, when delivered constructively and consistently, serve as a critical tool for learning, improvement, and motivation rather than mere evaluation or fault finding. You as a student in public administration, this topic is particularly relevant as many of you will supervise personnel, manage programs, or oversee public resources. Effective performance management requires clarity of expectation, fair assessment, and open communication. It also demands leadership skills that balance accountability with support and development. So with this context in mind, no, I now invite the presenter to discuss the key principles, tools, and practice of performance management and feedback in public sector organization. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, sound check. Naririnig po. Then yung
Yes
presentation
po.
nakita naman po. Okay, thank you so much. Take two. Sige, good afternoon po ulit sa ating lahat. Ako po si Jojo Marbagono. And today I'll be discussing the performance management and feedback system. So this topic is very essential in every organization, especially po sa public service, because how we manage performance directly affects how well we deliver services to our respective clients. Okay, so here's the flow of our discussion. First, we will define the performance and management and feedback systems. Then we'll look at why setting clear performance expectation is critical. Then after that, we'll discuss why performance evaluation and feedback are essential. And finally, we'll also discuss how performance issues can be addressed through coaching. Okay. So performance management refers to a systematic and continuous process of setting objectives, monitoring progress, providing feedback, and evaluating results. So performance management gives employees a clear roadmap for success. So when standards and objectives are clear, our employees, us, know what is expected from us and why their work matters. So in the Philippine government, this is reflected in a tool like yung IPCR or yung tinatawag natin na Individual Performance Commitment Review, kung saan dito nakalagay yung mga tasks natin that are aligned with office and departmental goals. So what is feedback system? So this refers to the mechanisms used to inform employees how well they are performing compared to established goals and standards. So through feedback, ang sabi nila, it allows employees to reflect on their performance, recognize yung strengths nila, and identify yung mga areas that needs for improvement. So one effective and commonly used na approach in giving feedback is the sandwich method. So narinig naman po natin siguro po yung sandwich method, no? Kasi ito yung method na to, it reminds us that feedback should always be balanced and respectful. So paano po ba ginagawa ito? Of course, it starts by acknowledging what the employee did well. Then, pwede natin banggitin yung mga areas that needs for improvement. And at the end, we can offer encouragement and support. Yan. So when feedback is delivered this way, it becomes easier to accept and more motivating rather than discouraging.
Right.
So, gusto ko magbigay ng example dito, no? So, let's imagine, no, dito sa sandwich method, no? One of our colleague, kunyari, recently handled a task or a project. So, we might begin by appreciating yung effort and commitment nila. Then, we can discuss yung specific points where they can still improve. Then, finally, we can reassure them that we trust yung ability
Ah,
nila para they can present or work better next time. So here are some of the examples of feedback system. Take note po no, that feedback can be formal or informal. So first, the performance evaluations. So in the government, as I said earlier, we can do, or one of the example po is yung paggamit natin ng IPCR. The next continuous coaching. So meaning regularly guiding and providing feedback to employees and of course to our colleagues to improve yung kanilang professional growth. Next, developmental discussions. So, pwede natin gawin ito through small talk with our colleagues or employees tungkol sa kanilang career goals or pwede nating pwede niyong pag-usapan yung mga career pathing nila. Then lastly, we have the informal feedback sessions. So this often happen no, after activities or meetings. So for example, no, may colleague or employee tayo na after presentation, no, pwede nating sabihin sa kanila na good job, ang ganda ng pagkaka-present mo. Next time, baka pwedeng lagyan natin ng real-time scenario para mas lalong maintindihan siguro ng ating mga nakikinig. Then, but overall, we can say na you did a great job. So, yun yung example ng pagbibigay ng feedback system. So, setting clear performance expectations and goals are essential to effective performance management. So, here are some of its significance. So, first, it provides employees with a clear roadmap for achievement aligned with organizational goals. So, take note that having a clear expectation and goals po, it helps our employees or ang ating colleagues to understand ano ba yung ina-expect natin sa kanila, bakit importante yung trabaho nila, or paano ba sila makakapag-contribute to attain yung organizational success or goals. So next, clear expectations strengthen accountability. So when standards and targets are clearly defined, performance evaluation becomes more objectives and consistent. So this allows the both supervisors and employees to engage po in a fair and a professional performance discussions. So another important point is that when roles and responsibilities are well defined, maiiwasan natin yung misunderstanding sa workplace. No? So it is essential that people know their scope of work, who is responsible for what and where their role begins and ends. So this creates a smoother coordination and better teamwork, especially po sa government setup where collaboration is crucial. And lastly, clear goals increase motivation. So employees or colleagues with clear goals are more focused, empowered, and committed. So mas lalo silang naging confident in making decisions and taking initiatives because they know they are moving in the right direction. So now, how do we make goals clear and effective? So one helpful guide
Anong sabi
mentioned
na Evelyn? Nagkaparamdam ah.
in our book is the SMART framework. So SMART helps us turn general instruction into clear and actionable goals. So SMART actually is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So when a goal is specific, employees clearly understand what needs to be done. And when it's measurable naman, both the supervisor and the employee can track progress objectively. Then when the goal is achievable, yung expectations natin are realistic and aligned with the employee's capacity and available resources. Then when the goal is relevant, the tasks make sense. So it supports the unit's mandate and the organization priority. And lastly, when the goal is time-bound, there's a clear deadline which strengthens accountability. Okay. So now let's talk about why performance evaluation and feedback are essential. So in this slide, it simply emphasizes that performance evaluation help us look at how employees are actually performing compared sa goals, standards, and expectation na sinet natin. So it gives a structure to the assessment process so performance is evaluated fairly and consistently. So at the same time then, feedback gives supervisor the opportunity to recognize yung strengths ng employee while also identifying areas where support or improvement is needed. Then more importantly po, feedback becomes a way to guide employees or colleagues on how they can perform better in the future. So now, performance how to address performance issues through coaching. So performance issues should be addressed through coaching, not punishment. So as a supervisor, we need to approach problems, of course, with empathy and developmental mindset. So meaning po, we dapat tinitignan natin yung mga gaps, yung mga performance gaps as a opportunities for learning and hindi yung parang personal failure ng isang employee. So instead of asking na sino ang nagkamali, I think we should ask paano natin ito maiwasan next time? O kaya how can we improve moving forward? So ganun dapat yung ating approach. So creating a non-judgmental environment is also crucial. So when supervisors maintain a respectful tone, avoid blame, and encourage honest communication, employees feel safe to openly discuss challenges without fear of punishment. So next is effective coaching involves active listening, asking open-ended question and identifying root causes of performance issue. So dito, as a supervisor, you should listen carefully. Kailangan i-avoid natin yung sigalot or interruption with our employees or colleagues and ask open-ended questions. Katulad ng what went well or what went wrong in the activity o kaya what options do you see para i-address natin tong issue na naranasan natin. So, with that, you will fully understand the issues and uncover yung underlying causes of performance gap. So next, feedback should focus on behaviors and output, not personal traits. So for instance, a supervisor should provide feedback based on actions and outcomes. Hindi yung dahil lang meron kang galit sa kanya o kaya kailangan ma-separate natin yung behavior from personal traits. And lastly, sometimes coaching alone is not enough. So employees may need also additional support. So for instance, in our department, our management offers skills training, mentoring, or scholarship program locally and abroad. And so, in summary, effective performance management and feedback systems are essential in public service. So when goals are clear, feedback is constructive, and performance issues are addressed through coaching, employees grow at yung organization natin will perform better. And that would be all for my presentation. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, sir. Again, performance management in public administration focuses on setting clear goals, monitoring progress, and evaluating results to ensure effective service delivery. Let's say, for example, a government office may use performance indicators to track how efficiently permits are processed or how responsive staff are to citizen concern. So when properly implemented, performance management helps leaders identify strengths, address gaps, and improve overall organizational effectiveness. Feedback is an essential component of this process as it guides employees toward better performance and professional growth. A supervisor who provides timely and specific feedback, such as acknowledging accurate reports, submission while addressing delays constructively helps employees understand expectation and improve their work. This approach fosters trust, accountability, and continuous learning within public organization. For MPA students, the integration of performance management and feedback highlights a key leadership responsibility, ensuring results while developing people. Effective public administrators use performance system not only to measure outcomes, but to encourage improvement, fairness, and ethical service. So when performance management is paired with meaningful feedback, it becomes a powerful tool for sustaining high-quality public service and organizational excellence. Okay? Thank you so much, presenter. Congratulations.